Why does the black man serve the white man? Why does everything the black man do benefit the white man? Why does the black man say freedom is doing what I want to do? And why is it that everything he wants to do enriches the European?
Welcome to the desert of the real.
You're on the air. What's up, Mr. Solution?
Yeah, good evening. I don't know what my fellow American had against me. It seems like, he wanted to just kind of push me aside. Anyway, with respect to this,
it
took me a moment.
What?
Excuse me?
You said fellow American?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's probably what he got against you. But go ahead. What you saying?
Oh, he doesn't want to be called okay. All right. Well, if he doesn't want to be called an American, but, that is a landmass, and the thing of it is I think the economic status is more important than probably any of these other issues. Now, people who identify as black in America, if they're middle class or above, I don't think they would have no interest in relocating, because if they did, they could easily relocate, because if one has assets, they can relocate to a number of other nations. And my question would be, where would you relocate? And if you are you're smart enough to relocate, why can't you just build here in America? It just seems very confusing to me, unless someone just wants to be angry without a cause.
Hasn't that been tried before here in America to try to build here? And what happened? They tore them down. Like, do I need to name situations? Like, we can just start with Black Wall Street. We can start with Tulsa, Oklahoma. Let's keep going on. Like, every time we did try to build our own community, they did what they could do to destroy it. So why would you try to do it again here? What would be the logical reason to continue to try to do it here? When you're treated like a third-rate citizen, where you're paying taxes at, they're killing your children in the street, but you would still try to build a nation here?
Yeah, well, I think there, at least in my mind, you're combining a lot of things that you maybe need to look at separately. If you talk about the Black Wall Street, how long ago was that, roughly?
It doesn't matter how long ago it was. It was the fact that it was established. It was established and it was destroyed because it was black people communing and building within themselves. And white folks had a problem with that. It had nothing to do with the white woman when they destroyed it. They destroyed the fact because these black people were striving and living better than those white folks. If you know the history of Black Wall Street, so yeah,
I'm quite familiar with that, Rosewood, and a number of other black townships. But my point to you, sir, would be that America has done some horrible wrongs. No one would disagree with that. That would be stupid. However, America has changed tremendously, I would say, over the last 50 to 60 years. And a person today can definitely achieve success in America if they have success defined. I mean, why do you think so many people want to immigrate to America? But now, again, we're just having a conversation. I'm not trying to talk you out of leaving, because that's one of your freedoms. If you want to give up your citizenship in America, go someplace else. But I am curious, where would you go? Where would you go?
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I had.
Where would you go? Where are you intent on going?
I would go where I'm going to be at. I would go where I'm going to be at. Number one.
Let me Dev, let me handle this.
All right,
Mr. Solution. Let me
yes,
break
sir.
it down to you. Let me break it down to you. I'm trying to be respectful. First of all, when we basically talk about the Black African instructions, we're not talking about every black person, right? We're not talking about every black person leaving. Just like every Jew does not have to live in Israel. Is that fair enough?
That's fair enough, sure.
Okay, every Jew doesn't have to live in Israel, right? But notice one thing. The Jews make sure they send their best and brightest to the state of Israel. Why? Psychologically. They had centuries of persecution to know that they cannot live at the mercy of another race of people. My point, we're trying to tell you is this, right? We don't see America the way you see it. You've been thoroughly brainwashed. And let's be honest, I was too. That all of us were too. We got caught up in the America thing, this, that, and the other thing. Now, as we get more worldly, we're looking at the world changing right now. We're looking at countries emerging right now. Look at Singapore. Look at Dubai. These countries were third world backwaters 30 years ago. Now they're surpassing America and surpassing the West. You're still looking at America from the 19th century, 20th century, the Empire State Building, the big shining thing on the hill. America is going down. You know what I'm saying? There's bigger cities being built around the world, better infrastructure, better everything. There's more things happening. There's more billionaires being created outside of America than inside of America. Do you know how billionaires are created? Do you understand how billionaires are created? Can I ask you that question?
Well, I have a good idea how millionaires are created.
No. I'm gonna test you, solutions. I'm gonna test your knowledge here, right? Do you read Forbes magazine?
I read it from time to time, of course.
Well, I think if you're gonna be an expert and challenge us on something like this, I think you need to read that, get a subscription, because the writing is on the wall. The writing is on the wall, right? Billionaires are being created. Billionaires are being created all over the world, not in America.
Right.
And they're building. Right. They're doing things. How billionaires are being created? They're building infrastructure. With partnership with governments, they're building railways, telecommunication lines, commodities markets, communications, energy, all these sectors, healthcare, all these sectors that require scale, and you can scale it to a large population. Black people in America, there's no black man in America can ever create an industry that can scale it to 40 million black people in America. It's impossible. In other words, basically, billionaires are created for one simple purpose: nation building, infrastructure. All the billionaires are created around the world have something to do with infrastructure. Where there was no road,
well, they have to because they have to have their money invested. The same thing with millionaires.
So you're telling me the black man in America should be deprived of having industrialists, billionaires, and all the stuff like that if we basically choose to live a second and third class existence in America? Do you see black America right now? Has anybody in Obama's 8 years in office, has anybody invested in one factory in a black community?
Okay, no. Look, I'm not disagreeing with you, first of all, but I would say this.
That kills your argument right there.
Well, wait a minute. I don't think that kills my argument.
No. So therefore, America is impotent. America is castrated. America is done. As far as the people, black people, we're looking at the future. See, most people
look, 2 points I would like to raise when you say so. I want to get something in, and then I'll just listen to you guys.
I'm gonna shut up in like 3 minutes, right? Because I'm gonna say all I have to say. Right now, I have personally at BAIO, we have people on the African continent in countries like Zambia, South Africa, and you talk to Mr. Rosenthal, Kenya, who are doing multi-million-dollar industrial and infrastructure projects right now as we speak. They're going to the continent, getting lucrative contracts. Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa, all these countries are emerging markets. They need goods and services. African Americans are getting into the diamond industry. They're getting into transportation. They get into entertainment on the continent, and they're doing very, very well. So you're saying African Americans should not leave America. They should not partake in opportunity. So we're talking about going to Africa and sitting under a palm tree, sipping Mai Tais and doing a dance. You're telling me that intelligent people from the United States can't go to the African continent and build something? Is that what you're telling us?
Of course not. I would never say that.
That ends my point right there. Now you can have the floor.